The Traitors, Season 3, Episode 8, A Bee is Lying, aired tonight. We're going to roast it. We're going to recap it, you guys. So smash that like. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Hit that subscribe, and let's get this party started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and Traitors superfan Joleen Lunzer here to roast, recap, and react to the latest episode of The Traitors US Season 3, Episode 8. A Bee is Lying. A bish is lying. Okay? The description of this episode is: the faithful seek to close the lid on the coffin theory, while the alliance of gamers sparks suspicion and distrust. The traitors' trust continues to crumble, threatening them from reaching the final stretch of the game together. So let me know you're here in the comment section, or should I say the live chat. But if you're watching on the replay, say what's up in the comment section so I know that you are part of the replay crew. But if you are watching live, please sound off in the live chat. Let me know all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions when it comes to tonight's episodes of The Traitors. And by episodes, I mean episode of The Traitors. Another fun episode. Tonight was just fun, okay? Tonight's episode had a competition that was fun, and it was funny. And as we get, closer and closer to the end of this season of Traitors, the fun just keeps coming, you guys. So smash that like if you haven't already. Let's set a like goal for 300. See if we can hit it. And if we hit that, let's go for 500. And if we hit that, let's go for 1,000. If you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, you can always send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. I'll highlight your comment. You can send a super thanks after the video posts. Feel free to check out my membership here on YouTube, where you get exclusive content and emojis, or Patreon. I also have a membership there with exclusive bonus content. Or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. End of a thing. I love how wrong the faithfuls have been. Tonight was another night where the faithfuls were very, very wrong. Okay. So spoiler alert, if you haven't yet finished the episode and you don't want spoilers to what happened on the latest episode of Traitors, I'm warning you now. I got too excited and I hit the button too soon. All right, you guys, let's get into it. So we come into this episode of The Traitors wondering who the traitors had to kill, who they had to murder face to face, who remaining traitors, Danielle and Carolyn, had to take out. And it was a face to face, which is always really, really fun. After seeing this face-to-face murder in the church and how they made it look so beautiful, and it was just so theatrical, it was so over the top, so ridiculous, that I really do think, and let me know what you guys think, I think they should do every murder this way. I don't want them just to get envelopes and sit on a chair. I want these faithfuls to have to stand in the church. Everyone should have to be getting dressed up. I don't need the illusion that they're like murdered while they sleep. No, everyone put your Easter Sunday best on and get ready to be called. And then they can just pick maybe like a couple people, or maybe everybody. Everyone's got to go down, take their turn. And if they see Alan, they're free and they're safe. But if they see the traitors, that means they're out of the game. I loved this. I loved the theatrics of it. I thought the church was beautiful. I just loved everything about this. All right. So we find out that the traitors could decide between Dolores, Gabby, Tom Sandybutt, Dylan, and Chriselle. And ultimately, they chose to take out Chriselle. And it was just like, some of these images I have here are not the greatest quality, but look at this shot. I mean, cinematically, it's really, really beautiful. Okay. And I didn't think they were going to go for Chriselle. I thought maybe they would do a Sandy Butt or a Dylan Efron. I thought maybe Dolores, because she is a very faithful, but ultimately they went with Chriselle. Now we got to see the reactions of the faithfuls as they were greeted by either Alan, which meant they were safe, or the traitors, Carolyn and Danielle, which would mean that they were dead. So only one was going to be greeted by the traitors, and that was Chriselle. But Tom Sandoval's like, ooh, and Dylan, like, all their faces. I remember Dolores last episode, she was like, you better kill me because I'm coming for you. Like badass Dolores from, where does she say she's from? Henderson? Sanderson? You know what I'm talking about. Smash that like if you haven't already. Yes, lean team. Hello, Steven. Welcome. I kind of thought Tom was going to get the axe too, but no. But yes, such a beautiful shot. So Chriselle's like, I'm just waiting here. Okay. And then it was so dramatic, you guys. We had Carolyn and Danielle show up in their traitor garb, just like, pray for the dead and the dead will pray for you. And then, Chriselle turns around and she's like, hey guys, what's up? Oh no. And they were like, and they were so serious. Danielle really took this acting role serious. They were just like, here's a letter, read it. Oh, by order of the traitors, you've been murdered because you're really sexy and you went against your Bambis. Okay, can I ask you guys why you murdered me? And Carolyn goes, you were a faithful of faithfuls, very faithful. So we just had to get ready. So Carolyn gave her a little bit of a reason, but Danielle was like, it is what we had to do. We could not do nothing else. It is but what the game is forth. Go now, child. I am done with you. Danielle was like Game of Thrones. Danielle, between the shaking and the crying, this was Danielle's best performance. She was like, go with you. Leave it now. It is what we must do as traitors. Do not question or blame us. Go. And Chriselle's like, okay, I guess I gotta go to the Grammys with my wife. See you later. So Chriselle, gone, done, murdered. All right. I do think Danielle, especially, I was like, okay, Danielle, I was kind of hating on your acting, but that one, pretty good. I mean, it was just, I loved the way this all went down because it was just so freaking dramatic. And I was like, yes, we need more face-to-face murders like this on Traitors. So then we go into breakfast and people are coming, one at a time. We see, and there's speculation from the faithfuls who weren't on the line for murder. And they're wondering, who's it going to be? How's it gonna be? Do. Now, Sam Spears showed up. Okay. Some people, I think that this is Sam's first time showing up, but we over here know that Sam has been showing up and throwing shade at Tom Sandoval for episodes now. He's been quiet and pretty much hanging with Ivor, but he has had moments at the round table where he was calling things out and saying, explain yourself. He had a great headband that he's been wearing that he was like, it's Britney's. And they're like, oh my God, Britney Spears. He's like, no, Brittany Haynes from Big Brother. Oh, okay. But he has been throwing shade at Sandoval. And for that, I am forever grateful to Sam Spears. Okay. And we learned a little more about his background, which makes sense. Sam might be, one of the beautiful people, but he's not a dummy. Sam Spears is no dummy. So he's clocked in. And as, I think the bigger personalities and people leave, Sam comes out of his shell a little more. But I don't think that I really thought he was going to be total boring sleeper. But I like the little jabs he takes at Sandoval. I like that he's no dummy, He says he immigrated here from Iran and he said, having to learn English and all these things, that he is a listener. And I have found that in life, listeners are the smartest people you'll ever meet. Okay. I'm I wish I was more of a listener. That's what I'll say about myself. But listeners, and in this game, being a listener is so important than being the one that needs to talk. In a lot of these game shows, that's the case. Then being heard sometimes. Listening might be your best shot. So Sam he makes a really good observation that I didn't even think of. He's like, okay, when everybody comes in, who was on the line to be murdered tonight, let's ask them, because once a couple come in and they start saying, what was your experience? Dolores, I think, or no, it wasn't Dolores. I forgot who the first one was that came in, but they were talking about how Alan came up to them. So only the person murdered saw the traitor. So everyone else saw Alan and what Alan was wearing. And I believe it was Tom Sandoval was like, Alan came up and he was like, he came up and he was wearing like expensive shoes. I was looking down, I was looking up, and then I saw the shoes. I was like, that's to be Alan, because like none of you could ever wear these expensive shoes. Okay, and we're like, okay. And then Sam Spears is like, you know what? Yes, please, 100 watching. Please hit that like. Thank you, Satra. Thank you so much for reminding people. He had such a great idea to go, okay, we'll ask everyone coming in. And if there's a traitor in the bunch, they won't know what Alan's wearing. But if they're still here, they should know if they're not a traitor. If they were a faithful, then they would have been met by Alan to be told that they were not murdered. But if they were a traitor, they would know what Alan is wearing because they were too busy murdering. And I'm like, Sam Spears? Sam? I just thought I wanted you with your shirt off, but now I want you with your shirt off and your brain on. Okay? I was here for Sam Spears in this moment. I was like, yes. Okay. So then Gabby, she has to, she tells her little version too of how it went down. And then right when Danielle hears that this is what they're going to do, Danielle's like, oh shit, I'm worried about Carolyn. Is Carolyn, she was busy murdering with me, so she's not going to know what Alan was wearing. So Carolyn comes in, and I can't say enough good things about Carolyn, but she just comes in, Carolyn asking, she's like, hey guys, it's Bob the drag queen got out of here, and things have just not been the same. Hi. They're like, Carolyn, what was your experience? Well, it was really beautiful. I mean, it was like really pretty, and there were flowers, and yeah. And then they said, what was Alan wearing? And Carolyn's like, she looked constipated. Poor Carolyn. I was like, Carolyn, you got this. And she's just like, what do you mean? What was he wearing? Who? It was Alan, and he was. And then Tom Sandoval's like, he wanted to speak. Somebody's like, he was what? And then Sam Spears said, Tom, let her answer. This is how we're gonna suss out traitors. Remember? And Tom's like, okay, but I know what he was wearing. They're like, Tom, wait, okay, So Carolyn's like, what was he wearing? It was a church, and it was like dark, and there was I think underwear. He had on some underwear. So it was like Hanes his way, I think, because he's like rich. But it was like I was looking at him, but I was like, that's Alan. I was like, what's Alan doing? And I just Alan, well, it's like he's wearing clothes. They're like nice clothes and stuff. And well, I mean, he was just like, he's like, you're walking like you didn't. I was there, and my eyes were open, and then they were closed, and he was like, I was like, Alan, and it was just like, there was just a lot. It's just, I have 70 tattoos, and I saw him. And then finally, Tom comes to her rescue. And this could be why Carolyn likes Tom. Because I was wondering, like, Why would my Queen Carolyn like Tom Sandoval? Nobody likes Tom Sandoval. Okay. Yes, he's a joke on this show and good for entertainment, but nobody likes Tom Sandoval. Like even Tom Sandoval doesn't like Tom Sandoval. Okay. And Carolyn's like, it was like, he was wearing like, there was stuff on his body. It was, there's like fabric. Why is he, why would you ask me that? Were you perverted? Like, what do you want me to like look at him? I was just worried about not getting killed. Tom goes, it was black boots. Yeah, black boots. Duh. Thanks, Tom. It was, yeah, he was wearing a fucking hat. I don't know if he's wearing a hat. Like, probably because he's Alan. He wears hats. I mean, I know. I love a good hat because they live in Minnesota. It's cold in the winter and there's hats. But yeah, it was black boots, obviously. Obviously, it was black boots. It was so good. Carolyn played that. I was worried. I was like, oh, Carolyn, I'm so worried for you, girl. I'm so worried. And Carolyn's like, it was like, it was... He had hair on his head, like we know, because it's like you've seen Alan before. It's like your first time seeing Alan, because if it was, and you'd be like, who's that guy? But I knew who Alan was. Of course I know who Alan. But black boots, yeah. She played it so perfectly because it played into, her personality. And hey, Producer Prince, and how she is. And so it was just so great. Producer Prince, oh no. Now I'm going to have to lock up the desk. Princey Poo, smash that like as we're on the move. We're on the move. Prince is like, I like it when we sit down. We're standing up today, Prince, because we gotta move. So Carolyn, they're like, Gabby's like, okay, that's like, I feel like if it's like a pass fail, she passed. Carolyn's like, what do you mean when you pass what? You guys ask me more questions. Go ahead. I don't care. Like, ask me. Like, I love boots. You guys are weird. Then after that, everyone that comes in, they're asking, what was your experience? Sam Spears was very serious. What was your experience? What was it? And they're like, well, I mean, it was intense. And then Alan and Carolyn's like, exactly, that's what I said. I said, it's Alan. He's walking, like how, what's he, Irish? And he's Scottish. Whatever, Irish guy. He was walking in like, dun, 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 like how people walk. I don't know. And Danielle is just like shaking on the verge of crying. It was just so freaking beautiful. And then, of course, Alan comes in and he has to tell everyone, oh, how beautiful. He grabs the picture frame and he's like, wow, you got rid of Chriselle, huh? Well, it's like I never knew her. Who cares? Anyways, back to the game. We'll see you all. Be a doll and get ready very quickly or you'll be murdered. And Tom Sandoval's like, oh, doll. Everyone's like, doll, because that's the hint. Every time Alan leaves one of his speeches, he gives a hint for the upcoming competition. And everyone else is like, doll, okay, doll, something with the doll. And Tom goes, quickly, it's quickly, And then Sam Spears, he has had it with Tom. He's just like, Tom, it's doll. Doll is the clue. And Tom's like, I know, it's doll, but quickly, because I come here so quickly that I pit out my t-shirts. Okay, so don't tell me, Sam. Just because you've been married to Britney Spears, doesn't mean you know any better. The best too is when Tom Sandoval comes in. Whoever picked Tom's wardrobe this season should be fired from Earth. It is so horrendous. It's like every douchey guy in the 90s you shouldn't date because he's going to give you syphilis. Like, I don't know who picked Tom's outfits, but it's definitely that guy in the 90s, it's a couch humper. I don't know. It's someone who's just, spreading herpes for fun. It's not a good look. That's what I'm going to say. Someone you don't want to be, you wouldn't leave your drink alone with the person, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Outfits are horrible. So Tom's like, and all the women are like, fucking Tom. They're hoping, they're like, we don't want We're worried about Dylan. I think he's going to be murdered. We don't want Chriselle to be murdered. I really like Chriselle. I hope we don't lose Gabby. No, Gabby, we don't want to lose you. And no one is worried about losing Tom Sandoval. They're just like, well, I mean, if Tom has to die, I guess that's just the way it is. I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the knife turns. Nobody gave a shit. And then Tom walks in like, look at me, monorail. And everyone's like, ugh, fucking Tom Sandoval, he's still here. Oh my God, I can't believe he's still fucking here. And Tom's like, I am, Ma. Yeah, I'm still here, I'm really good at this game, Ma. My favorite is Brittany. Because she's just like, oh, Tom Sandoval, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. Brittany can't hide anymore. She had a bunch of great little interviews, little DRs about how dumb Tom Sandoval is. Tom is lost. He is the comedic relief of the season, but he doesn't realize that he is. Okay. So then everyone goes outside, waiting for the competition to start, and they're playing badminton and they're, hanging out. And Sam Spears, he's in his, game. He's in his smart guy era. And he's like, oh, I think we got to really take a look at the coffin theory. I think we have to revisit the coffin theory because there was probably a traitor in the coffin. Okay. Jeremy was murdered. All right. We've banished Nikki. She was a faithful. So I think we have to look at Sierra. And everyone's like, yeah, I think we do. Brittany is very sure. She's like, I think it's Sierra. But people are also getting sus of Brittany because Brittany was called out by Boston Rob. Brittany's like, oh my God, the irony that I'm called a gamer by Rob. Well, technically you are a gamer because you've played Big Brother multiple times, and compared to these just reality TV personalities, you're most definitely a gamer. But I love how surprised Brittany was. She was like, what? No way. I can't believe this. I'm a gamer. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Tom's like, what about me? I am a gamer too.
Have some remorse. Have some sensitivity.
I am. Jeez.
Guess what? I was very impressionable when she took all her clothes off and jumped in my pool.
So many moments like that on tonight's episode for Tom. And poor Sierra was just like, oh, we're visiting this again, this stupid theory. So there's a lot of sus on Brittany and Danielle's relationship. They came in coming off of Big Brother reindeer games with Danielle allegedly not trusting Brittany. But now Brittany's like, I'm working with her. And, I think Danielle is probably a faithful. Now, I think they got that interview from earlier in the season because I think Brittany at this point knows Danielle's a traitor. I just have this feeling that she knows, but she's like, she's not coming for me. We're working together. I don't think she 100% thinks Danielle's a traitor. I know Brittany is not dumb. So I don't think that she thinks. Now, I could be wrong. She could come out and tell us, and maybe she already has, but I feel like she knows Danielle's a little bit of a traitor. So they're going to revisit the coffin theory. They're also throwing out Brittany's name, and Tom Sandoval's like, yeah, we should do that, Don. Yeah, and then we should think about quickly. It's probably the clue. Like, no, Tom, it's doll. Whatever. So finally, we go to the competition, and it's a creepy doll competition. And these are the kind of competitions that I want to see. You guys, I don't want to see anything where they're like carrying shit. Like, it's the challenge. I want to see these funny competitions so that we can really have a good laugh at the expense of Tom Sandoval, the cystiest male of all cyst males on this show.
The new thing is that, as a cyst male,
Did you say cyst?
raise your voice, yell, do whatever you feel entitled to do. But as a straight male, if I was a woman, I could do that. If I was a gay male, I could do that. But as a straight male, if I raise my voice, it's wrong.
You guys, this competition was so good. So they break up. Half of them have to stay in the castle. And then, we've seen this kind of competition previously, but this one was extra funny where Half of them are out there listening to like noises. I think we've seen a competition like this on Traitors where they all were within the castle listening to certain noises and trying to translate what they were. And then half of them, this competition, were out in the cabin with all these dolls that like squirted barf or water at them. Now, the people that were out in the cabin had an opportunity to find a shield. And everyone was basically just looking for the shield. No one was really trying to decipher what the creepy dolls were singing or which creepy dolls actually were saying anything except for Tom Sandoval. So basically, there are these dolls who are, some of them will be saying a nursery rhyme backwards. So you have to listen to the doll, then you have to go out to a phone, and through the phone, you have to call the team back at the castle who's not eligible for a shield. And you have to tell them like, ba, ba, da, 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 and then they have to go and say that into this like old school recording. What is it called, you guys? It's like a record player, but they say, and then it plays back, and then they have to go, oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay. But for the longest time, no one was getting any dolls. It was just Tom Sandoval. I think I probably have a doll here. Hold on. Smash that like if you haven't already. I gotta grab a doll for this. I'll be right back.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
Where's Meredith Marks when I need her?
The rumors, the nastiness, the rumors, the nastiness. You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there. You can leave.
So Tom Sandoval's a, oh, okay. Mama noona, hama nama, noona, nooner, nipple, 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 penile implants. Okay, and then he runs back to the phone and he's like, you guys, hey, okay, so quiet, quiet. Okay, nooner, nipple, 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 penile implant. And they're like, and then Sam Spears has another moment when he's like, horrible singing. Whoever's singing that's horrible. Now, Tom, he thinks he's a good singer. If you guys aren't familiar with Tom Sandoval, he's in a band called Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. And basically, if you've ever heard a cat dying, or like a cat, not dying, that sounds horrible, Joleen. I take that back. Rewind. You know how cats sound right before they're going to vomit? Like, and you're like, it's okay, it's okay. And they're like, that's Tom singing. Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. They do karaoke. And he sounds like that, or he sounds like Kim Zolciak when she was like, wow, 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 from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Wow, wow, wow. Like, which also sounds like a cat right before they're about to vomit. And that's what Tom Sandoval. Tom's like, I'm the only one who's musically inclined. I don't think like musically declined, maybe. Inclined, Tom, I wouldn't say that. Okay, so it sounded like this. But here's Tom.
Yes, for Castle. Terrible singer.
I love Sam Spears. And then Alan is laughing his ass off. I love Sam Spears. Goes, terrible singer. So we have Kim Zolciak. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then Tom Sandoval. Oh, wait. Let's go back a little.
Yes, for Castle. Terrible singer.
I mean, that is just It's too funny. It's it. Whoa. Tom was taking it really seriously. He's like, okay, you guys shut up. Shut up. What are you saying, bitch? Okay. She's saying, and the dolls were like spitting at him. Like I felt bad for the dolls. And yes, I found an old porcelain doll from my collection that my mom brought to me recently when she visited. She said, you have to take custody of these things now. I've been raising them your whole life. But Tom, oh my God, it was so hilarious because he's like, you guys no one's taking this seriously but me. Hold on. Okay. And then he back and everyone's like, this is horrible. And Tom's like, I am a musician. I'm really good at this stuff. I'm like, what did you say, bitch? Okay. Women are cheaters and men are historically women cheat more than men. No, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say women are traitors. Okay, thanks, bitch. Sorry, I forgot this one's name. Sorry, Nicole. I didn't mean to call Nicole. This is Nicole. Oh, geez. The cats are pissed. They're like, Joleen, Mom, what are you doing? You guys okay back there? And Dave, give me Dave bit Nicole. Nicole is having a hard time, you guys. We're taking donations for Nicole. She just got bit in the face by Dave. And the cats are knocking shit over. No, Dave, we can't play with Nicole. We have to. Nicole's going through some stuff, you guys. Okay. All right. Okay. You guys, I'm having too much fun with this, but it was so freaking funny to watch Tom Sandoval be like, I got this. I'm a really good singer. You guys. And mind you, I have to tell you, Tom Sandoval has taken singing lessons. Tom Sandoval has borrowed $250,000. He said it, and his mom said it, from his mom's retirement to fund a bar that is now closed and his karaoke band career. Tom Sandoval's in the most extras. So he takes this very seriously. Very serious for Nicole. So, women suck. I didn't cheat on Ariana. It was Rachel Raquel. She was very impressionable with her nipples out. Okay. So ultimately, they're able to, each time they get a song right, toward the end, they really started to get these songs right because they were like, oh, Tom's horrible at this, but we'll just say the horrible. Tom's actually good at singing so horribly that it sounds like the horrible backwards singing coming from the doll enough for the people back at the castle to decipher, oh, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then they have to run the doll back and go, this is Nicole. Nicole's singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And then Alan goes, you are correct. It's $5,000. They're like, yeah. Tom's like, I'm amazing. I'm so awesome. Ultimately, I think they bank like 20,000, like the most they can bank. Meanwhile, there's a shield up for grabs that everyone's looking for while they're getting spit on by these dolls. Nicole not included. She would never spit, okay? She would stab. She's a lady. So Sierra finds the shield, which is good for Sierra if it would save her from banishment, but it's just saving her from murder. So Sierra's like, oh, bitch, I'm happy that I found this shield. However, they don't have to tell the other team back at the castle that they, who got the, I thought I lost an earring, who got the shield. However, there's one traitor on the team, and that's Danielle's on Sierra's team, and then Carolyn's on the team back at the castle. Now, Danielle doesn't want Gabby to get a shield because Gabby's close to Carolyn, and Carolyn, Danielle says, probably doesn't want Brittany to get a shield because Brittany is close to Danielle, and Danielle says Carolyn will probably want to murder her. So the traitors are still struggling to trust each other and play together, but they succeed in collecting money, and they also succeed in Sierra getting her shield. Now, back at the castle, there is a lot of talk from Sam Spears and Ivor and the gang about this coffin theory. I think we got to lock up the coffin theory. I think we really have to take a look at Sierra because she's the last one who was in the coffin. And she's done other sus things, like, as Brittany said, she and Rob were the two people that voted against me. So Sierra voting with Boston Rob, the traitor, who was just banished, doesn't look good for Sierra. Now, I'm hoping as I'm watching this that Sierra is going to really be able to deliver at the round table. Because Sierra has a great point. She's making a great point. She's like, listen, what about Danielle? Okay, think about it. Jeremy was murdered in the coffin. And he was the only person at that time who said Danielle's name. And Sam Spears and Ivor, they're like, and Dolores, they're like, well, try to make that case. And then we'll see. But we're kind of thinking we got to end this coffin theory. And I'm like, oh, because I love Sierra and I wanted her to stay. And then when Sierra was talking later in the episode about, her mom raising her and not having a lot of help, and her mom just being like a total badass, and that makes her a badass. And if you watch Sierra on Summer House, she's a badass. And I know Daddy Derek thinks that you only say cuss words if you're a murderer, but that's not true. You also say it when you're a boss bitch who lives in a summer house with man babies who don't deserve you, who have horrible haircuts and disgusting mustaches that I'm sure milk and other things get caught in regularly. Someone who brushes his teeth, allegedly, a couple times a week, being West or Conrad, whatever the hell his name is, from Summer House. When this guy is leading you on and then playing you for a fool, I wanted Sierra to really do well. I wanted her to get her revenge against this douchebag within, the Traitor show, even though he's not there. I was just holding a grudge because that's what I do for my girls, Tom's mom's money is on the line, Mo. Okay. So Tom needs this money. Now, I'm not saying Tom Sandoval would actually spend, if he wins, the money to pay his mom back. Because so far he's not paid his mom back. I have a feeling it would go toward nasal refreshment, allegedly. And probably more velour butterfly tracksuits that he can wear late into the morning while he fights with his top model girlfriend who dated Leonardo DiCaprio 60 years ago. Allegedly. Obviously, everything I say is alleged. However, everything is true except for the parts that are false.
Allegedly!
So it's just, it's allegedly, you guys.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Probably in a dumpster. That's where you found me. So Sierra's going around the house like, here we're doing that freaking coffin theory again, you guys. But I don't know how many times I can tell you that I'm a traitor. And I will be lying to say that I didn't choke up when Sierra was telling her story in her confessional about her mom, like I said, and just being a badass because I know Sierra's journey on Summer House this past couple seasons. I want this for her, but I'm like, oh, you really need to get your case in there. You really need to go after Danielle. You really need to make sure you're right about that. So yeah, he's going to spend it, Paul says, on a karaoke machine. He's going to put it in the chat what you think Tom Sandoval, if he wins any of the money, what you think Tom Sandoval will spend his money on, okay? Because you guys are cracking me up. HC says galaxy lights and shrooms. Yeah, and he doesn't microdose. He macrodoses. He takes all the mushrooms. All right? So I was really rooting for Sierra, which surprised me because I'm a huge Big Brother fan, but I really got to root for my girl Sierra. I think Danielle, it's not my favorite performance I've ever seen from Danielle Reyes. And I feel like we're just getting good Brittany confessionals. I really wish they would have made Brittany a traitor. And Sierra's kind of onto the fact that Brittany, she's like, Brittany hasn't really said much. She hasn't really done much. She's kind of like been quiet. And Brittany's like, well, yeah, that's, as a faithful, you don't want to do too much, or then you can be deemed a traitor. And then Tom Sandoval, of course, he's, thrilled now because Chriselle is gone. He's like, I'm glad to see Chriselle go. Actually, I really miss her. Wink, wink, sarcasm. And her personal digs at me. Tom, you deserve every personal dig for the rest of your life. No offense, all offense. But he's like, yeah, I'm really going to miss that. And then Sierra's like, no, that's how Brittany is. I mean, Brittany is kind of just riding the fence. She's not really taking a stance. Tom's like, that's not true. He's like the guys from South Park. They took her jeeps. She's actually way more, okay, than Chriselle. She's way more open about her stuff. I'm like, okay, Tom. Tom always got to yell at a lady. He always Steven said he'd buy Botox. Allegedly, that's supposed to help. When you got the pit stains, it's supposed to help, okay? So we go into the round table, and I have high hopes for Danielle. I'm really hoping. Carolyn is still like, I don't know if I trust freaking, Danielle. She's like freaking throwing her as a boss. Like every time Danielle comes by, like, Carolyn, are we good? Carolyn's like, okay. I don't know. Are you good? Because I was fine. Then you like went after me. So people are still asking Carolyn, since Danielle has thrown Carolyn under the bus enough. Even though it's, now episodes have passed, people still have that where Tom Sandoval's like, Carolyn, what was that happened like 5 episodes ago? Something between you and Daniela? Did that happen? What was she saying? And Carolyn's like, I mean, I can't just like say like, oh, nothing, because it's like it's gonna put, a target on my back. So I have to see. I don't want to throw Danielle under the bus, even though she threw me under the bus, but I had to say something. I can't say, oh, it didn't happen, because they're going to be like, Carolyn, you're lying. So I just was like, I don't know. It's just like something she told Brittany. She was like, told Brittany I said her name, and that is not true. I didn't do that. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even say Brittany's name. Are you crazy? It's crazy. Tom's like, oh, okay, I'm just doing a little detective work in my knockoff Ralph Lauren sweater from Marshall's. I just want to make sure I got this. Yeah, she said something. She was like, Brittany. She said Brittany. I was like, I didn't even say, it's like, I still miss Bob the drag queen. Like, I'm not going to say Brittany's name. Like, I didn't say that. Like, I didn't do it. So we get to the round table, you guys, and it is just a mess from the start. Okay. Early on, Sierra's like, I think, was it Sierra that started the round table? They started talking, and, Sierra's like, okay, I know you guys like want me to be like, yay, whatever. And you still have this coffin theory, which I don't understand, because if you vote me out, all that's going to happen is I'm going to stand up there and I'm going to say, I'm a freaking faithful. And then you guys are going to look fucking dumb. Okay. Like, I can't help it that I fight. It's like fight or flight. Tom's like, well, in that, Ivor and Tom, and they're all, trying to push, forward when Sierra was in the coffin, when she was like, traitors, I would fucking get you and you're done. I'm coming for you. They're like, we feel like you were a traitor and that's like premeditated and you knew. And Sierra's like, I didn't know. I just like fight or flight. Like I would rather die a faithful and go down with a fight than live to be a freaking traitor. That's just how I am. Okay. I'm filming Summer House in like 2 weeks, where I am going to be just hauled up in a bed with Paige, eating snacks and spilling tea, talking shit, and putting my dick on the table in front of that guy with the weird mustache who tried to play me. So I just need you to know that I'm as real as they come, and you're going to look so stupid. Now, they bring up like, you voted, against Brittany. And I just don't think that they see that last competition she had with Boston Rob, Rob really held Sierra's hand and was there for her during a very scary time, and she believed in him. But now she sees like, whoa, that's some like dick-ish energy. I think she was talking about like big dick energy of Rob to do that and like sell out his fellow traitor and all that. But I think it was more of like, that's something, all right, rather than like ripping on Rob and Rob's gameplay. But, you know, Sierra does start. I'm like, yes, give it to them, Sierra, give it to them. She says, I think that it is Danielle. And here's why I think it. Because Jeremy was in the coffin and he was killed. And the only name Jeremy said was Danielle's. And Danielle's acting kind of weird, right? Like all the shaking and crying. Like, I don't know. I'm not really believing it. Like, it seems a little much, Danielle. I mean, she didn't say that at the round table, but she was saying that throughout the episode to people. Like, seems a little much. Which it is. Danielle's like she I don't even think I realize how much Danielle is making herself shake until Danielle and Carolyn were caught talking by the bar while Zac Efron's brother Dylan, no offense to Dylan, and Ivor and Sam Spears were behind the bookshelf talking, and they heard the ladies laughing and they thought, oh, come in. But Danielle and Carolyn were talking a little traitors. Carolyn's like, so Danielle who has the freaking shield? Danielle's like, I'll tell you later. And then here comes Dylan out of the bookshelf. And they're like, and Dylan's like, who are you? I'm your Uncle Buck. Like, there's like, oh my God. You know, they're like, they have a Macaulay Culkin reaction. Like, and then Dylan's like, what's up? Danielle's like, it's pretty sus. Coming back there. She's like, I know that Dylan and I are working together. You know, he trusts me. That's how we're working together. And then Dylan's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at this Danielle situation, I think. And while she's sitting next to Dylan Efron, she's just like this. I was like, is Danielle okay? Like, what? Is she having a seizure? Like, she just is like. It was like so much shaking. I hadn't noticed how much she shared. Why? I feel like, Carolyn, what are you doing? We got rid of Bob the drag queen so you could go against me, and then we didn't team up against Boston Rob, and now so you can just shake and cry? Danielle's just like maybe she's being electrocuted, Mo. I don't know, but it's freaking weird. She's just like, she's like freaking Julia Roberts from Steel Magnolias. Like, don't act like I'm not. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Like that horrible scene where she's having like a diabetic seizure. I'm like, what's Danielle doing? What's she doing? I was like, give her some orange juice. I've seen this before. Okay, I see Sally Field. Give her some orange juice. She's like, don't talk about me like I'm not here. And I'm like, I'm just worried about Danielle. I don't know if she's meaning to do this. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So ultimately, at the round table, you know, Sam Spears unfortunately showed up with his shirt on. Okay, Sam. And his brain, which was nice, but just, you know, maybe show up. Maybe just let us objectify you. Okay, let's start objectifying men a little more in America. Let's make America objectify men again. If we ever did, or for the first time. That's what I want to live in. That's my political platform. So they're at the table. Then Tom Sandoval's like, okay, well, all the guys are like, oh, you guys, it's like math. So it's probably, we're thinking it's two lady traitors. Two lady traitors. And then Tom Sandoval says this, which will now be an iconically stupid, maybe the dumbest line in reality TV history. Very entertaining, but not because he's an entertaining person, just because we're laughing at him, not with him. You guys have to be so careful. I know Tom Sandoval. I've studied him through the Vanderpumprules years, and he will take this like this is something he did. He will go, oh, y'all did this. No, he has to be reminded we're laughing at him, not with him. All right. And so he sounds off at the round table talking about women, which is like his favorite subject to hate on women.
That the remaining traitors believe that the remaining traitors are likely to be girls.
At least one. Come on. Also, generally speaking and historically, girls are better cheaters than guys just because they have better social skills.
That came out your mouth? Oh my God, I said cheater. I said traitors. I said traitors. Sorry.
You said cheater!
You said cheater. I love Brittany. She's like, you said cheater. I was like, get him. All the women. I think this is the moment that Alan talked about in his interviews on There Is a Moment that Tom Sandoval has all the women coming for him like, like, let's go 2020, Dateline NBC on his ass, snapped, like, get him, okay? Not a handy, like a stabby. And look at Danielle's like, no way. She's like, he's like, no. And it just shows you what a liar he is too. And I'm so used to watching Tom Sandoval literally lie and try to gaslight. Right after he says this with closed captions, this is why historically women are better cheaters than men. They cheat more. And they're like, no, I said traitors. I said traitors. I said no. And then he changes it to like, I meant traitors. But if they would have been like, oh, maybe he did. If they would have believed that he said traitors, he would have went with that. Despite there being video evidence and proof. This is the Tom Sandoval I know. This was the Freudian slip of all Freudian slips. Okay? We have to listen to it one more time because it was so on brand for Tom. This is so Sandoval. It doesn't get more Sandoval than this.
Remaining traitors and believe that the remaining traitors are likely to be girls.
At least one. Come on. Also, generally speaking and historically, girls are better cheaters than guys just because they have better social skills.
That came out your mouth? Oh my God, I said cheater. I said traitors. I said traitors. Sorry.
You said cheater!
I meant to say traitors. Guys are obviously much more likely to cheat. I fully get that.
We know you know. We know you know.
Stop.
Everybody vote for Tom.
I'm sorry. I meant traitors.
Don't dig yourself deeper.
And then Sam Spears coming in with, don't dig yourself deeper. You're a dumbass, Tom. Very dumb. It's dull. Dull is the key word. Don't dig yourself deeper. Don't. And I love that Sierra's like, you would know, bitch. You would know. Cheating on Ariana with her best friend in her bed. She trusted both of you while she was mourning the death of her grandma and your dog. You decided to bang her in your backyard, in the pool, and in the bed of the home you owned with Ariana. And then blame it on Ariana because she didn't fill the batteries or the paper towels or didn't give you sex enough or clean the litter box, which we found out none of which was true. This is so Tom Sandoval. It's just like, and I love when Danielle's like, all the women got him. They were just like, I'm like, I want this energy at every round table. Danielle said, that came out of your mouth. Like Paul was saying, that came out of your mouth. And Brittany's like, no, you said cheaters. I gotta listen to it one more time. I'm sorry. It's just hearing the women come after him gives me a lady boner. And I need this. I need this in my 2025.
At least one. Come on. Also, generally speaking and historically, girls are better cheaters than guys just because they have better social skills.
That came out your mouth? Oh my God, I said cheater. I said traitors. I said traitors. Sorry.
You said cheater!
Now, when Brittany says, you said cheater, it reminds me of any people that used to watch The Challenge. Remember Camilla? Before she went full racist, before she went full KKK, she had this moment where she was drunk with Johnny Bananas, grabbing chairs, slamming. He goes, you're a cheater. And she was like drunk and screaming at him, you're a cheater. Brittany's reaction reminded me, all I could hear was Camilla yelling at Johnny Bananas in challenge whatever at the time, because they're on like challenge 250. I'm sure Steven can name the year, the episode, the season, because he is a challenge historian and amazing. But I don't know which season. But when Camilla said, you're a cheater, and she like picked up a chair like she was the Hulk. Sorry, Nicole, I have to use you again as a prop. She was like, you're a cheater. She slammed a chair down. That's the energy. That's what it reminded. My animals are going to be like, Mom is losing it. And we're terrified of Mom tonight. Okay? We don't want Mom tonight. She's creepy. And yeah, I guess we might have to play the Glycerine Gavin Rosdale clip because we're talking about cheaters. And we'll have to play Tom one more time.
Guess what? I was very impressionable when she took all her clothes off and jumped in my pool.
And that's when he was getting called out for cheating. He's like, it's not my fault. This girl who was our mutual friend, she was freaking taking her clothes off. You know, at least if you're going to cheat on me, be talented. Be talented and look really good shirtless when it's raining on you. I mean, still, there's no excuse. But don't be Tom Sandoval borrowing money from your mom, not knowing how to sing. You know, I prefer that the talented cheat on me. But this line from Tom Sandoval is going to go down in reality TV infamy. Historically, like, sir, you've never even finished a full book. Please stop. Historically, I think girls they're better cheaters than guys because they have like better social skills. So they're like, it's like, that's you, Tom. That's you. You cheat. Shout out to Gwen. Shout out to Gwen. And Gavin, yeah. Hot. Gwen's happier. She's with Blake. What's his name? Blake Shelton. I was going to say Blake Lively. No, not Blake Lively. Okay. But yeah, Camilla, gross now. Back in the day, we didn't know the extent. She was bordering. Now we know the Camillinator is a whole ass problem. But this was iconic, infamous at the round table. So ultimately, everybody votes for Sierra except for Sierra. Sierra has to come around looking all beautiful, you know, and be like, oh, well, I'm just always going to fight, never going to flight. Just so you guys know, I'm a freaking traitor. I was hoping she would flip him off like Wes. You know, she's like, just so you know, she didn't say she was a traitor. I wish she would have. I'm a faithful. So bye, bitch. I'm going to film Summer House. Is it this way? Oh, wait. It's probably this way. Did I mention I'm a nurse model? So I will be okay. Dumb bitches. And Dolores votes and she's like, you could see Dolores when Sierra was talking and making her case. Dolores was like a proud mother watching her going, I love a sassy lady, a sassy bitch, you know. And Sierra's the reason the title of this episode is A Bitch Is Lying. So Daddy Derek again. When you're on future homicide cases, remember, just because someone swears, it doesn't mean they're guilty. It just means they're really cool. That's what that means. So, Sierra, I'm so sad that you were done. Oops, sorry. That's back to Sam Spears. So sorry that you were done so dirty in this and you were a faithful. I really think Sierra, if she would have been, you know, more of a gamer and understood the importance of how she had to sell Danielle, like she had to campaign. If she was a gamer and understood, like the gamers do, that you got to campaign, you got to be on it. If she would have taken some notes from Boston Rob in how to bury someone at the round table, and even before, just setting them up, I think she could have survived if she really would have stayed on Danielle. But Danielle, she made a case. You know, Danielle didn't do bad at the round table. She was like, you guys, okay, I'm going to stop shaking. Danielle was like, and she wasn't crying this time. It was like the Danielle Reyes I remember, the Danielle Reyes I like look up to. It wasn't like this Danielle. And Danielle said, you guys, come on. I'm a traitor. Please, all my allies are going home. Okay? I would have never sent any of those people home. I would never have killed any of them. It doesn't help my game. Now you could argue, yeah, it does, because it keeps people off the scent of you as a traitor. All right? She's like, but Derek, I wouldn't want him to go. Okay, like Ian, I was close to her. She went. Why would I kill her? Why would I kill the people I love the most? People who are actually my friends. And she did it without crying, which I was like, oh, Sierra, That's when Sierra should have come back. And that's exactly why you would do it, because that's what Boston Rob would do. He'd be like, that's what you're doing. You're trying to keep people off the scent. And you also had a fight with Carolyn and we're calling her out. And that was really sus. Okay. But the fact that Jeremy is now dead and the only name he said was yours, Danielle, his blood is on your hands. You killed him and you know you're a traitor. You're acting weird. I don't like the way you're shaking. I don't like how you're crying. It doesn't come off believable. You're doing the most, because these are things Sierra has said separately. But if she would have all put it together in a case, I think she could have had a chance. I really do. Because there are a lot of people, like Dylan Efron said after, who didn't want to vote for her. Like, I don't want to vote. I didn't want to vote for Sierra, but I feel like my vote can't save you. But if enough votes you get together, you could save her if you truly don't believe that she's a traitor. But I think they all were really like, you know, Sam did say that we have to put the nail in the coffin, if you will, on the coffin case. That's what Sam said. And he takes off his shirt sometimes, and he has very nice hair. So I think we're going to go with that. So I was like, oh, Sierra. Oh. Josh D, thank you for the first super chat of the live. Josh D says, I wish Danielle took notes from BB Can. Netta, who won the game, a great game as a traitor in Traitors Can. Yeah, that probably would have been good for her. I'll jump into the comments, see what else you guys are saying. Casey says, my girl Sierra needs a win, though. I know. That's why I was rooting for her, Casey. Exactly. We see each other between summer and winter and summer house again and Traitors. But you know, Sierra wins at life either way. She's gorgeous. She's smart. She's a girl's girl. She's got some great girlfriends that have her back. So she's fine. She's fine. You know who's not fine? West, whose real name is Conrad. If your real name is Conrad, why the are you calling yourself West? And I know you guys that don't watch Summer House are like, why did Joleen go on about this? It's because the season just started. And I have to watch a man in a weird mustache that he thinks is making him quirky and cool say things like, it's like the most giggles. I like to giggle. I like to giggle while he's screwing over Sierra and leading her on. And Sierra just doesn't give her heart to anybody. Okay, I digress. Joleen, move on. We're talking about the traitors here. So after that, that is when Danielle and Carolyn have to go in the turret and they have to decide who they will murder. Well, while they're there, they're talking and they're still not on the same page. You know, Danielle, she really, really, really dropped the ball on this traitor relationship with Carolyn, and Carolyn is finding it really hard to trust her, which is unfortunate because I think after Boston Rob went after Bob the drag queen, they could have easily worked together. But Danielle was just hell-bent on the fact that Carolyn and Rob are working together. Now, in Danielle's defense, Rob has 100% said in post-interviews after being banished that he wanted to work with Carolyn. Carolyn even wrote him a poem after the fact when she heard this. And that he would have taken Carolyn to the end. So Danielle wasn't wrong in the fact that Rob would take Carolyn. But if she would have gotten on the right foot with Carolyn right away, if they would have been on the right, team on things, they really could have worked together. And they're both boss ass bitches. And I really wanted them both to work together, but here we are. So they're in the turrets and they can't agree again. So Alan comes in and they're like, oh my God, they walk in and they're like, da, 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 hallelujah. And they're like, peekaboo. And Alan comes in like, hello, traitors. They're like, it's like, tonight you will have to decide whether you want to do a murder or do you want to recruit another traitor? Do you want to have another traitor? Which will forego a murder. Invite a faithful to become a traitor. Entice them, romanticize them, bring them in. Or do you want to go ahead and just have a killing spree? The choice is up to you. Goodbye, I'm Alan Cumming, the best host on reality television. Thank you. Tell Julie Chen to take notes. Goodbye. And he walks off. Danielle, of course, is like, okay, well, I think, the guys are really going after girls. I think it would help us to have another traitor. And Carolyn's like, I don't think it would. Like, we've already had Boston Rob and we had Bob the drag queen, and we already can't come to any kind of anything. So I don't. Danielle's like, well, listen, what if we recruit another woman? They're going to pick us off, but we could have someone else and maybe they can pick them off. And Carolyn's like who? I just love Carolyn's always like, okay. And Danielle goes, well, Gabby or Brittany, would you be, Danielle's trying to not push Brittany too much because she knows Carolyn knows that they're close. And this would be a death sentence for Carolyn in this game to accept Brittany as a recruited traitor, to be like, yeah, let's recruit Brittany. So she's like, Danielle's like, well, we could, Gabby or Brittany or either of those. And Carolyn's like, I just don't think it's a good idea. I mean, Boston Rob's gone, and I think we don't need another traitor. Danielle goes, well, so you'd be against Brittany. And Carolyn's like, okay. Danielle, obviously I don't want Brittany, your bestie. You're going to invite your bestie in here? I'm not stupid, Danielle. You're definitely going to get rid of me. Why wouldn't you? And Danielle's like, no. I want to go women forward to the end, except for that time I threw you under the bus before I went after Boston Rob, because I thought that would be a better strategy than us just going straight for Boston Rob, who betrayed us by going after Bob the drag queen, who was my number one ally. But no. I know I haven't listened to you. I know I've disregarded your opinion. I've been like, ugh, But now I believe in women, and I want women to win, even though I'm better friends with most of the men and Brittany. But yeah, I want to be at the end with you and split the money. And Carolyn's like, I'm not stupid. I'm not. Danielle, that is not true. If you have Brittany, yes, you will cut me. You will cut. I'm not an idiot. You're going to cut me. I feel like I need more hair for Carolyn, because she just has such long, luxurious hair. So as we wrap up, hit that like, and we'll do a quick nostalgia break while I grab my Carolyn hair.
Welcome to Goth Talk. I'm Cersei Nightshade.
And I'm Azrael of This, Prince of Sorrow.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from Suncoast High School. We're just down this hall. The pathetic day dwellers of the class of 1998 are celebrating the tawdry amusement known as the prom.
This is wrong.
What?
You. Doing my homework, it's wrong.
Well, I was just trying to help.
It's like I'm taking advantage of you or something.
You're not taking advantage of me.
The square of the hypotenuse of a right triangle is equal to the sums of the square of the other two sides, baby!
It would be different if we were like... But now, you're just... friend or whatever.
No time! There's never any time! I don't have time to study! I'll never get into Stanford! I'll let everyone down! I'm so confused!
I can't do this anymore.
It's okay.
You're right.
It's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I just need one of these.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
No, in a way it was wrong, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be really good.
I don't know.
So whoever's going to tutor you, their name is next to yours.
Brain Krakow? Are you... Brain?
Brian.
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them back. I have to sing.
Jesse, you can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
So, anyway, The Odyssey is like this real long book, right? And
I don't believe this. I don't. You like do this? This is like how you live?
Yeah.
Yes, Danielle, I normally brush my hair better than this, okay? But of course, I don't want Danielle. I'm not. What you guys? Bob the drag queen was your number one person, and then I'm supposed to believe that if we recruit Brittany, that you're gonna get rid of me. I'm not dumb, Danielle. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think we should recruit another traitor. That's so. Of course, Danielle. No. When Boston Rob was still here, we couldn't get on the same page. And you threw me under the bus. So no, I don't think you're going to have my back over Brittany, your bestie? You think I'm going to recruit your bestie? You think I'm an idiot? I'm not an idiot. Okay, I'm from Minnesota, and we're like Minnesota nice, but we're not stupid. We're not dumbasses. You have issues.
Clearly, we can see who has issues here, and it is not me.
There it is. It's not me who has issues, Danielle. No, I really don't think we need another traitor. I don't, Danielle. No, I don't. I don't think that you're gonna have my back in this game. And I don't think that's like crazy for me to say. I'm like trying with you, but I think it should be like me and you till the end. But adding another traitor, we can't even get on the same page in the turret. So I can't trust that like Brittany's gonna come in here and you guys are gonna cut me. And you're gonna take the money and you're gonna run. I'm not stupid, Danielle. Danielle's like, no, I swear on everything. I swear. I'm gonna be there for you. Danielle, no, I don't want. I'm not doing Brittany. I'm not recruiting Brittany. Did so be so dumb of me to do? Are you serious right now? I'm not doing that. I'm not. No. I think we don't need to recruit. Let's just kill somebody. I mean, maybe Gabby, but you probably don't want her. But I'm not doing it, Danielle. It's a mess. Apologies to Carolyn. I should have brushed this wig. But I don't blame Carolyn. Because no, this would be horrible. At this point, if they're going to recruit someone, they might want to recruit a dude and hopefully sell him out and he can go. But bringing in Brittany, I wouldn't put it past Danielle now that she's already tried to get Carolyn out of this game before, that she wouldn't just keep it for her and Brittany. Carolyn's like, I'm not Danielle. You really think I'm going to just be like, okay, have your bestie come in here into the game, and I'm just gonna like put my traitor's hood up and just like get picked off? I'm not doing that, Danielle. I'm not. A lot of people have lied to me in my life, and you're not gonna be one of them. Danielle's like, so they can't come to a consensus. So we will find out on the next episode of The Traitors to see what they ultimately decide. If they will bring someone in, or if they will just remain the two of them. Now, if they bring someone in, the rest of the faithfuls will know no one was murdered. And they're going to be like, oh, so someone was recruited. Hey, which could help get the sus off of them. But if they bring Brittany anyways, it's not necessarily going to help Danielle, because I feel like there's so much sus already on Brittany and Danielle. They'll be like, oh, it's probably Brittany if it wasn't already. Or if it wasn't Brittany, it's probably now Danielle they recruited. So I don't think it's that great of an idea. They'd really have to, I think, maybe try to bring in old Dylan Efron or somebody. One of the guys. Maybe Sam Spears. Okay. So that's where we're at, you guys. That's where the episode ended. It just shout out to my girl Carolyn. It's rough, but I was glad that she was like, Danielle, no, that's not a good idea. It's not a good look. What did Alan? What was he wearing? What are you guys talking about? That's so weird. Like, what? Obviously, he was wearing like a what? He was wearing he was like, you know how people walk? He was like walking like, and I was like kind of watching him, but also I was like, what's happening? Is it a full moon? Like, how many stars are in the sky? And what time is it? And it was like, there were like lights and candles, and the candles were candling, and no, Dad, we don't think I know. Ask me a question. You can ask me. Don't be afraid. What did they get wrong? What are you talking about? So all the props to Carolyn, you guys, and all the props to you for staying for this entire breakdown of The Traitors. Season 3, episode 8, A Bitch is Lying. I had to overline my lips a little bit because Carolyn has these beautiful lips and I have very thin lips. No lips, some would say. I'm lipless. Where Carolyn has ample lips, I have no lips. All right. So you guys are fantastic. Don't forget to smash that like. Shout out to my super chatters today. Josh D, thank you so much. And Chickenhead PK Dorkface Neely coming in with, why is Sam still there? And Lord, whatever I say, kick 2 off. I'm enjoying Sam, I will say, because he keeps shading Sandoval. So I'm here for Sam and his theory about, let's ask them what Alan was wearing. Because then we got that wonderful scene where Carolyn's just like, hi guys, what's up? What is my experience was like, it was an experience. And he was, what do you mean? Like, he obviously was wearing clothes. Is there bacon? I don't eat bacon. Is there bacon? It's obviously like, it was Alan, which is awesome. Alan. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for making this so fun. And now I'm going to go lay on the couch with Hype Man Husband Chell and watch The Pit and keep this wig and makeup on and see what happens. Because it is Valentine's Day tomorrow. And don't men love when you dress up for them? Especially with Kylie Jenner overlined lips. Who doesn't? So you guys are amazing. Hit the like. I didn't get to all of your comments in the live chat. So comment after the video posts so I can read all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions. I'll be back tomorrow for No Offense, All Offense with Hype Man Husband Chell. Special Valentine's Day edition because we spend our Fridays there talking about the husband and other pop culture topics. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, follow me on social media at joleenlunzer, everywhere. And Bob the Drag Queen, if you're watching, like, I did not want you to go. Okay? Enjoy yourself, you guys, because it's literally later than you think.
If you like what you see.